Welcome to Minecraft Beta 1.3_01. This is my favorite Golden Age version to play on at the moment, for many reasons. It feels quite jarring to be back here. I just finished recording the intro and outro of a video of me trying modern Minecraft for the first time in 10 years. I don't know if it's gonna be out for this one. If it is, I have a link in the description. I give some pointers to why I think versions like this is so much better. But it feels kind of jarring to be back, especially the FOV. But this is my new 1.3 world. I was playing beta 1.7 religiously for 10 years. And now I have decided to jump back in time a little bit more. And the reason why is that minecart functions, the rails boosters, the old ones, you know, are still present in its version, as well as the old boat functionality. And when you play beta 1.7, the only thing that version is lacking are those two features. Yes, I could technically mod it and add those features back, but I don't feel like that is the proper way to play this game. I wanna play vanilla beta. Performance issues and bigger render distance for sure, why not? But there is no way I am adding new features, which that would technically be, to a version which didn't have them. So, the reason why I picked this as our spawn, by the way, was that I haven't built a lot in snow. And of course I am hoping to make more bases than just this one, but this is a little fishing hut. It's very cramped, as you can see. The point is that this is sorta when you arrive from outside by boat during the summers, I guess. This is one of the things you will see, and I want this to be kept as a forest, and up here will be like a little, I guess, Viking type town is my plan. From the pictures I can find online of old Viking village, like Katala, for example, from the series Vikings, is that they didn't really have big bridges. They have like one going out with two boats on them. And I plan on keeping it small, basically, with just fishing huts and small boats. And then a road system connecting them. I don't want this to be very straight, because then it would just feel like I would need to plop down more houses here on the sides. And if I do this a bit more zigzaggedy, I can just do some houses. My favorite way of playing Minecraft, by the way, is on peaceful. That is what I'm on right now. I play this game to relax. I don't play this game to have a challenge. If I wanted that, there are so many other games I would pick before playing on a difficulty on Minecraft. I've always played peaceful mode. There is not something new. And I probably always will, because for me this game is about relaxation and enjoying your time and getting energy, not draining it, basically. It's very important when you're in beta 1.3 that you actually mine in the positive quadrants. The reasons why are the same as in previous versions, that ores spawn more frequently. Up until I think it was 1.6, this was the case, so you always go caving in the positive. In beta 1.7 you obviously don't have to worry about that, so it's kind of new for me, which is a bit exciting. But I think the caves will look pretty. When I did the all versions of Minecraft beta video, I obviously went through these versions, but I didn't do the boat thing. I did the minecart. That's deep. I did the minecart buggy booster, whatever you want to call it, buggy booster, all the way over from InfDev to Alpha Base, but I never did the boat thing. So I'm very looking forward to doing that. But here in the beginning, we just want to get more resources. Go caving a bit, maybe finding some diamonds. Oh. Oh. It's very dark in these versions. And I am currently having the sun glaring into my face. So I should probably miss some ores. Which, yeah, make sure to tell me in the comment section. Timestamps and missed ores, thank you. One of the tips I have for this version, as you just saw, I crafted those torches pretty quickly. There isn't like a shift click or anything, but if you want to craft quickly, you can use both left and right click, like that. And then you craft way quicker. It's obviously not a shift click, but it's way better than just using right click. Oh, and my mod pack, of course, is still getting worked on. It's just I have decided to take a little bit of a hiatus from creating videos for it, because they didn't perform all that well. And my goal is, of course, to try and reach 1,000 subscribers. So until then, I kind of have to put out what people will enjoy. Of course that I still enjoy making, but just not focusing so much on me, more on the video experience, let's say, because I wouldn't say I would enjoy playing the mod pack more than beta 1.3, but it would be very different, and I think that my way of playing may suit these types of versions better. I don't know. You can make sure to tell me that in the comment section. I think you're getting the hint. You should comment. Tell me what you're eating. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me why you love this old game so much. Okay, so we got 4 iron from that trip and no stone. I think this little, I don't know what to call it, island, but this little thing going out here, I'm gonna remove. So I might as well take stone from here, because this just goes out quite ugly. I don't know if you can see it. Yes. So if I remove it there, we just have a clearer coast, basically, as well as that little thing. So I might as well grab some stone from it. I started eating the paleo diet. I probably wouldn't say that I would recommend it to everyone. But I realized for a couple of years ago that I am quite sensitive to grain and refined sugars. Basically everything that modern products are made of. And in the beginning I just thought that what the hell, I don't really care. I can have my stomach aches and everything. I don't mind it that much. But then it just grew worse and worse, and I started getting stomach cramps and like literal pain. And at that point I just decided that, okay, let's research this, try and find an alternative that may be better for me. And that's when I found the paleo diet, which is quite simple actually. You just remove the grain and refined sugars. You try and eat like what humans did before we settled into farmable groups. Sorry, chicken. And for me, this wasn't anything weird, because you're not removing anything. You're not removing anything that's good or tasty, right? You're still eating your fruits and your meat and everything like that, but you're removing just the carbs, basically. And I don't mind that, because sure, I like pasta and everything, but it's mostly the stuff that's on top, right? You don't eat lasagna and think, oh, these pasta sheets is what making this good. No, it's the combination of the meat and the ricotta and the spices and the pasta, right? So I don't mind it so far. I've been going for 2 months now, I think. And yeah, for me it works very well. I wouldn't say that it would work for everyone, and the meals are looking kind of funny. So for dinner I had egg, or minced pork, nuts, and a grape. That's what I'm saying. The meals are a little bit strange, but if it works, it works. And my energy level since I started with this has been so much better. And my anxiety, I don't know if I could call it that, but general like spazziness, hard to sit still, you know, these like, oh, you have ADHD type things. They are all pretty much gone. Like I can just pointedly focus on right here, for example, mining this iron, or I can actually read books again, which I haven't been able to do since I was a child. Which is, for me, such a revelation. And I also am kind of losing interest in doing social media, which is crazy to think about that had something to do with diet, by the way. As I said, I'm not saying that you are going to it's not gonna be like this for you. Everyone's body is different, and what you should do probably is just look at what you are eating and ask yourself, is what I'm doing good for me? Is my body feeling okay? Am I having any issues? Because if you are, it's worth looking into a potential solution. It's so worth it. One thing that's kind of annoying though is that I can't drink beer. Wine is technically okay, by the way, which is kind of funny, but and I love wine, by the way. I have a beautiful bottle of Rioja this weekend, but beer is something you can't really drink, and when you're out with the boys, you know, that's kind of all you drink normally, and now I have to sit there like a total wanker, order a glass of disgusting red wine that I won't probably even enjoy, so I might just not drink when we're out, I guess. We'll see how I handle that. Another thing that was very interesting when researching the paleo diet was that you have 3 schools. You have the classical paleo folks, which basically invented this diet, or I guess not reinvented. They set kind of the guidelines for it and why you should do it when it first started. The second group kind of popped up when it became a trend, I think 4 years ago, like during COVID. And that is called the liberal paleo diet. The only difference between them is that the liberal paleo diet includes cheese and dairy. Which my body can handle some dairy, but not a lot. So I would classify myself as a liberal paleo diet guy, but I'm not eating as much cheese as I could, you know? Like I can have a little bit of mozzarella with my tomatoes, or a little bit of Parmigiano if I am in need of more protein. That hasn't happened, by the way, since I started the diet, but if I were, it wouldn't be that hard, you know? Then the third camp, so that's the classical paleo, you have the liberal paleo. The third one is known as modern paleo, which I don't even consider it a paleo diet. It's just that you include the stuff that you can eat and don't include the stuff you can't eat. That just sounds like healthy eating to me. That sounds like something everyone should do. But that's modern paleo. It usually ends up with some people being able to eat beans and stuff, because that's not included in either liberal or classical. But still not eating grain. But there are some variants to it. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I would recommend it for everyone. I'm just saying that if you're having some issue in life, doesn't really matter what it is, look into your diet. It's crazy how much your diet changes things. Absolutely nuts. So last week, me and my girlfriend tried to go out camping. Our plan was to walk 7 kilometers, which isn't very far, by the way, to a little bit of a hut and then sleep there for the night and the next day walk back. We took the bus because it was quite practical and we had the dog with us, so we thought that was the best. But when we arrived at the hut, there was a bunch of people there doing like a fishing competition. They weren't gonna sleep there though, so we thought no problem, let's set up camp here and let's be out of each other's way. This is a very small place, by the way, right in the middle of the woods. There's by the side of a lake, and it looks kind of like our hut over here. But it's just surrounded by thick woods that you can't really do anything in. So we were quite close to each other, even though we wanted to not be in each other's hair, but whatever, it was fine. They were nice and kind, and we were too, I hope. But when they were done, right as they were done, basically, as they were packing up, about to head off, another group of people came by. And they asked if we were gonna sleep there. And we said yes, so they politely decided to move on. Which is where the trouble started, because if they would have stayed and put up the tent, what's about to happen here wouldn't have. So an hour later, I'm cooking food, basically sitting inside this little cottage thing, like on the porch. It's not a real porch, but you know, like on the front of it. And my girlfriend is out picking up lingonberries and blueberries, foraging basically. And out come these 7 German folks, don't even say hi, and just put up their tent right next to the cottage. God. And I'm just staring at them like, what the hell is going on? And they're just not even recognizing that I'm here. My girlfriend comes to me and I ask her, like, did they say hello to you? Or and asked if it was okay to camp there and everything. And she was like, yeah, one said hello, but they didn't ask. Alright, that's super weird, kind of creepy. Whatever, I am done with the food and we start to eat, and I see that they are popping beer after beer after beer, and their speech is getting louder and louder, and they are getting drunker and drunker, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, my point of going out camping is kind of to relax and have a good time in nature. I don't mind people drinking or anything, but I just feel like you should maybe respect the surroundings, and nature is a thing that is to be respected. But these guys were just throwing aluminum, what is it called? Like cans into the forest after they were done with them, and then just grabbing another one, you know? Like actual sick people, in my opinion. But that soured the whole experience for me quite a lot. Angry Germans. And then what happened was that the potatoes wasn't cooked through. Still ate it, of course. And at that point we were like, okay, so we're gonna have to be awake with these loud Germans. How do we do this? So I saw 2 alternatives. Either I go and talk to these guys. Wouldn't help, by the way, if we would just piss them off. Or we just leave and go home. And we decided on the second option. So we had a nice day trip and had to carry way more than we would have needed. But hey ho. I guess it was nice to be out in nature there for a while before the Germans came. I really love enjoying nature. I have a bike that I usually take out and sleep in the woods. I find it very comforting and relaxing to your spirit. And one of the things that sort of calibrates me again and gives me more energy is to sleep a night in the woods. When you're out there, it's like playing old Minecraft. It's all very simple. You don't have a lot to choose between, and you have to focus on what's at hand, basically. All right, let's see. I got some stone mined, and we're gonna build up this little road here. Did I have more gravel is the question, though. 35, okay. One of the other reasons I love this version is that we have the wool colors here, right? So I still can put off color down into the world, which is very nice. It came in the version before this. The performance in this version is the best, pretty much, in all of alpha and beta. For reasons quite unknown. It's like when they added wolves, the wolves nerfed the game. I know that's not what happened, but they did some stuff in 1.4 that kinda made the game worse to run. And in this version, for some reason, it was way better than any version prior. So if you have a real potato computer, I recommend that you version. At first, I wanted to play 1.2, and this version, this world, sorry, is generated in 1.2. But I decided against it after realizing that the spruce woods couldn't be replanted and that the slabs for stone, wood, and sandstone was added in this version. And while I still want a simple palette and everything, one of the reasons why I haven't played Alpha 1.1.2 is that you don't have slabs. Think that it looks bad or anything, it just makes everything even more blocky. And my personal preference is this perfect mix between blocks and slabs. Isn't this just beautiful? Enjoying the sunset in old Minecraft. Punching some sheep for their wool. Man, I love C418's work, man. It's just so beautiful. So I'm reading Bilbo at the moment for the first time. I have read The Lord of the Rings a very long time ago. Only in Swedish though. And I decided to buy the whole collection in English. Because the Swedish version is my parents and I don't live there anymore. So I decided to buy the whole collection of Bilbo, Lord of the Rings, the 3 books. And I am 100 pages into Bilbo right now. And as I said, I can actually focus on reading due to the diet now, which makes it very enjoyable. And I don't understand why I haven't read it earlier, honestly. It's such a good book. He has just met Gollum. I'm not gonna say more than that, but I just strongly recommend that you find something to read. It was actually my friend who told me that I should read more. And I had to listen to him. Yeah, I don't know how much he reads or anything. Probably not that much. But it's a very good way to relax. I'm gonna fix up that hill another time, but I think one house here makes sense. One on this side probably as well. Let's mark that down. Do I have more spruce is the question. Oh. Hello, piggy. Their nose is flat in this version, by the way, which is kind of funny. Yeah, houses. So one house. No, this is a Viking village. I was thinking if I should do like a stone layer, the first one. But I don't think that actually suits this winter landscape that well. This will obviously just be like a starter project for the spawn. And then I will find a new area to build in, because my 1 year world in beta 1.7 I mostly built structures like this, and I kind of want to do different this time. So this is gonna be the spawn, like a city thing, and then I wanna, for now, like a technical base, I guess, or experiment more. I'm obviously not a technical type of guy. Like and love the building more in these old versions, but when the game was this basic and you didn't even have redstone repeaters, or sorry, I think they added redstone repeaters in this version actually, never mind. But there are no pistons or comparators or anything, and that just makes it so that your creativity has to be a little bit higher than newer versions, which I like as a challenge. So that's why I'm gonna build a little bit of a technical base. Although I tried to do that in my beta world as well, and that just ended up with me building a city. So yeah, I will probably just end up with the same way again. I just have to start building a bit differently, probably. Use blocks that I typically don't use, like sand and sandstone is blocks that you don't have to stick to the desert theme. There are a lot of builds where I've seen that they have done like an overhang with sandstone. It looks quite nice. And netherrack has been used on roofs, obviously. That's an old technique. But before I end this video off here, I just want to show you the surroundings. Alright, I'm right under the clouds. This is my spawn point. I spawned basically at a house. I want to remove this little island thing, so we have this nice little, what do you call it? Like indent thing? Port, maybe? I could do like a bigger type of harbor, possibly. The lava lake over there, I haven't seen yet. That's cool. I can build another portal from that, I guess. And then there's basically just a giant river going that way. Which, no, there are no rivers in this version. This is just a lake, or ocean, sorry. But it's just decided to generate like that, which I think is very cool, because that just makes it look like a long inland river, right? Which is very neat. And yeah, like a sparsely populated forest. I want to make this thicker, so I need to farm up some spruce saplings. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know in the comments. And if not, tell me what you want to see instead. And I will see you in the next video. I can't show you my face. You will have to see it my butt. Goodbye.